Good job, because the first storyteller tonight is me. Now I'm feeling kind of shy. So the sex party's been going on all night long. And we're in a McMansion in Oakland. It's one of those amazing places with 18 bedrooms and a building out back that has a hot tub and a sauna. And because this sex party is my birthday, some friends of mine have offered to cook a big Southern breakfast for all the people who've stayed around, and there have been hundreds of people at this party. There's a lot of people still in this building. I'm sitting in the hot tub with 5 or 6 friends, and we can smell the biscuits cooking. We can smell the bacon and the Jimmy Dean sausage. And we're sitting there talking about all the crazy things we've done and seen the night before, naked, feeling really good, waiting. It's about a half an hour till the breakfast is about to be served. And of the people sitting in the hot tub with me, naked, one of them, this guy who looks a lot like Jeff Goldblum, which, if you know me, is my ultimate fantasy. Jeff looks at me across the hot tub and he says, Jeff says, "Hey, Dixie, how come in all the years we've been throwing crazy parties together, we've never fucked each other?" And I'm like, And I'm trying to act like I don't really have an answer, but the truth is, Jeff has an 11-inch dick. I have watched a lot of things at those parties. It's like a floor show. This thing is scary big. And I'm going, that's a good question. I don't really know. Huh. And he's like, "Well, it is your birthday, and we have a little time until breakfast is served. Why don't we run upstairs and take care of that?" And I'm, when your birthday comes around every year, you look at your life and you go, what have I achieved? And what is still lacking? Have I fucked an 11-inch dick in my life? That would be no. And I'm like, okay, let's do that. Let's just go, I'm just like, fuck yeah, let's just go do that. Let's do that. We climb out and everybody's applauding. Yeah, go do it. We go up the stairs into one of the 18 bedrooms. And as we're going up the stairs, smell of biscuits everywhere. So I go up the stairs, I'm like, you should know, I'm kind of at the tail end of my period, so I have put a sea sponge up in there to kind of take care of business. So just, it's not going to bother you, but I just thought you should know. And he goes, that's fine. It's fine. Don't care. Going to use a condom. It's cool. We go up to one of the bedrooms. He's very excited because he's like, queen of the sex parties. Gonna fucking have at that. And I'm kind of like, what did I just say I would do? And I get on my hands and knees on the bed, and he puts a condom on. He's getting lube, and he starts to go at it. And as soon as he puts that fucking thing in me, I'm like, this is a really stupid idea. I don't want this at all. And I'm making noises that he thinks are like, yeah, she likes that. And the truth is, get that fucking thing out of me. It's enormous. But you don't want to say that because that's rude. And I'm committed. And so he starts saying all the great things. Yeah, big ass, it's awesome. You like that big dick, don't you? And I'm like, And I feel like one of those hollow chocolate bunnies from Easter. All my organs have been shoved down my throat, and there's just barely room enough for his penis inside me. I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this. And as I'm making noises and he's making noises and his dick's getting harder and harder, which is making it worse, I see this hairy arm come through the open door. And it's holding a Jimmy Dean sausage biscuit. And it says, "Hey, Dixie, we've already had breakfast because y'all been going at it for a while. This is the last biscuit, and it's your birthday breakfast. Do you want this?" And I look over my shoulder at Jeff Goldblum, and I say, "I will give you half of it if you take that fucking thing out of my pussy right now." He's been fucking all night. It's fine. We sit naked on the edge of the bed. We break it in half. We sit there. It's fantastic. You know, we go downstairs. We have cheesy grits. We have every Southern breakfast item there is that's left because we've been fucking for a while. And eventually, I clean up, I go home, I'm in that post-party bliss. It's been an awesome birthday party, crazy shit everywhere, and I'm kind of high. I'm really high on my life. And as I'm about to go to sleep at 3 in the afternoon, I realize I probably might want to get that sponge out of my vagina. So you know how they tell you that the vagina has an ending? What I learned much later is the vagina has a cul-de-sac. It really does. There's a lot of sex educators here who will tell you that's the truth. And so I am reaching underneath, trying to grab this thing, and all I can get is the tiniest, I'm pulling out tiny little flecks of sponge. And I'm flicking them, and I'm doing it again. So if I'm not already stretched out from the 11-inch dick, I'm sticking my own fucking arm in there. And I cannot get it. I cannot get it. Monday comes. It's still in there. And I'm feeling like this is going to be a problem really soon. I should call a doctor, but I'm kind of embarrassed to call a doctor and say I let a monster cock get inside me. And I thought that there was an ending to the vagina, but apparently I was wrong. And so Tuesday morning, 72 hours or so have passed, and I get a phone call from my friend Julie. Julie's been at the party. She had left earlier. She wants to see, did anything happen after she left? It was a great party. And I happened to mention that I have had a sea sponge inside my vagina for 72 hours. Julie is queer. She knows a lot about vaginas. She's like, "Have you been to the doctor?" I'm like, "No." She's a sex educator. "Do you think you should go?" I'm kind of embarrassed. And she's like, "Well, just come over and I'll get it out." This is an awkward moment in a friendship when this happens. And I'm like, this feels weird to me. And she's like, "So I'll tell you what's going to happen. I just want you to know what you're walking into. You're going to come over to my apartment, and you are going to take your bottoms off. You can leave your shirt on. You're going to climb into my clawfoot tub that has no water in it. You're going to throw your legs over the side. I'm going to put on a latex glove, and I'm going to get in there in a position you can't get in there, and I'm going to get it out." I'm like, that sounds reasonable. So I go over to her house, and as I'm walking up the staircase into her railroad apartment, she's standing there, and I'm like, "I've given some thought to your plan, and here's another part of the plan that I would like to have happen. It's been in there for a while. I feel less than fresh. So when you get it to a place where I can get at it, like just a little bit, get the fuck out of the room." And she's like, "Okay, whatever you want." And so I go into the bathroom, I take off my bottoms, I climb into the ice cold clawfoot tub. She's down the hall somewhere, and I'm sitting there with my gaping maw open, waiting for my good friend to come in and essentially fist my vagina. And she walks in wearing a yellow dishwashing glove. I'm like, what the fuck is that? She's like, I'm out of latex gloves. I thought I had some. I'm like, all right, I guess. We're committed, let's do it. So she's leaning over the side and she's just getting it in there, and I'm just like, this is not a moment I ever wanted to have in my life. And let's think about how much has been going on down there for days. I'm a little sore, and it's getting sore by the minute. And finally, I'm just, she's doing the same thing I am. She could just grab the tiniest bit, and there's nothing coming. Tiniest bit. Because you know what? There's not a lot of grip in a fucking dishwashing glove. So eventually, she sits on the end of the tub, and she gives me a very serious look, and she says, I think it's time we had a talk. What's your STD status? I'm like, what? She's like, the glove's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to stick my bare arm in there. Is there anything I need to know about your past? I don't wanna have this conversation with you. Like, I don't know. It's fine, I get checked. Why are we talking about this? I just want it out. I just want it out. Please get it out. And she goes, okay. She gets rid of the glove, and she inserts her bare arm up inside there. And almost immediately she grabs it, and I feel it start to move and come out a little bit. And I look her in the eyes, and I say, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. And I terrify her, and she runs out of the room and shuts the door. I mean, I don't want to be too graphic. But if your golden retriever came across this on the beach, it would roll in it for sure. I'm not happy to be in that room. I reach into my purse where I have brought a Ziploc bag. I pull it out. I put it in the Ziploc bag. I zip it. I put it inside a plastic grocery bag, tie it up twice, put it inside, and I wrap it up 7 times to make sure it's trapped and away from me. And I come out. She's obviously gone and washed her hands very thoroughly. And I see her standing at the end of the railroad apartment, looking in the other direction like a dog that's been caught doing something it probably shouldn't do. And from about 30 feet away, as I go down the stairs to leave, I go, we'll never speak of this again. She goes, I agree. A couple months later, I'm at a sex party. Jeff Goldblum walks up to me and he goes, so, we were interrupted a while back, and what do you think? You want to give it another go? And I'm sure he's thinking, big deal, what's an 11-inch dick? What's an 11-inch dick? What's an 11-inch dick? Followed by your own arm inserted 200 times. Followed by your best friend's arm inserted another 200 times. And I give him a kiss on the cheek, and I say, thanks, darling, I'm good.